Hey everybody, this is Gary, otherwise known as Fully Be Back, and I'm with you once again. And this is going to be a review for NerdTube, of course, doing Money in the Bank 2020. Now, um, I will admit that I did fast forward through one of these matches, and I'll admit that. Now, one of these matches I did not see, which was the first one, which was the Mysterios vs. the Usos. For some reason, this wasn't on the copy that I managed to get, so unfortunately I did not see this match, but I did see this one, which was as Asuka versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss vs Nikki Cross vs Liv Morgan vs Selena Vega vs Natalia versus Tamina. This was a pretty decent match, all in all, Um, it's a complete cluster mess. This is the reason that I'm not a particularly big fan of Money in the Bank matches anyway. Um, it was good to watch, the high spots and watch Selena Vega come back and dominate the way that she should do because she's a badass and stuff like that. You know, but Alexa Bliss doing her weird has magical powers things that I don't really like. Um, Nikki Cross has this new thing where she's coming out as ASH, which is almost a superhero. And I'm like, are we back to the whole hurricane day? Because she's literally dressed in like gold and blue with this blue mask. It's like watching like when Molly Holly or Stacey Keebler used to do the same bloody thing. Um, yeah, so that was quite bad. But yeah, Nikki Cross wins it. So now we could possibly have a superhero be the champion of a division that is taken pretty seriously, to be honest with you. Anyway, the next one is the Raw Tag Team Championship match where it's the Viking Raiders versus Omos and AJ Styles. Now, though Omos is obviously very not very talented as a big man, but everything he does looks powerful. So, but I think maybe the only negative with him is that he uses so much of the Great Khali's moveset. I mean, he's doing great with the power slams, with the with the backslid and the choke. But then he uses the choke bomb as a finish. It's a bad move in my personal opinion. But yeah, there's a lot of like back and forth with V Styles, them JJ Styles for the Viking Raiders, a lot of tag team moves. It's almost like the tag team division should have tag team moves in there. And it's just like, just do single spots. What they did this particular match because of what Omos is should be what a tag team match is from now on. So, yeah, that was really good. But yeah, Omos basically does the choke bomb 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but it's still champions are AJ Styles and Omos. The next match. Now, I usually don't say stuff like this, but I think that the booking on this was a mistake. I know that they're trying to, portray Bobby Lashley as this, really, can't be beaten champion, but this is a bit too much, guys. He literally squashed a guy who's world champion less than 2 years ago. Kofi Kingston was world champion and people liked him. It was because people liked him that you're punishing him, but literally, Bobby Lashley, apart from one thing he did, Bobby Lashley wiped the floor with him, pushed him into this, did suplexes on him, did, the Hurt Lock, then suplexed him out with that, did 3 dominators in a row. And basically folded up Kofi Kingston like an accordion. This was a complete and total squash of a great talent. I mean, I'm not against squash matches. I'm against squash matches like this, especially on a pay-per-view. But he did make Bobby Lashley look like a complete and total badass. So, the next match is for the Raw Women's Championship, and it's Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, which is the third or fourth time they faced off, and it was brilliant. To see these two really great they're going off Rhea Ripley's leg injury and stuff like that, and the near rip tide, which was really great that happened, and a Flair nearly hit the actual selection to win, and You know, the crowd was really into this, which really made it. You know, having this live crowd, you know, really brought forth, you know, the nature of it. You know, the match ended when Rhea Ripley made one mistake, and then like because of her leg was in such a bad state, you know, Charlotte Flair locked in the figure eight and looked awesome doing it, and she just taps out. So your new champion is Charlotte Flair. The next one is the men's Money in the Bank match, where it's Ricochet versus John Morrison versus Riddle versus Drew McIntyre versus Big E Langston versus Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Now Seth Rollins is coming across as a whiny little bitch. I'm sorry, I hate the one who says it, but he is. This was a pretty decent match actually. I enjoyed the whole of this. You know, just back and forth. You know, McIntyre looked really good. You know, doing a lot of moves. You know, Ricochet, you know, looked like a badass. But then, you know, Jinder Mahal. You know, I thought we already said that we weren't going to do this again, but apparently, you know, Vince doesn't take the hint that nobody cares about this guy. But yeah, Seth Rollins is about to get inside. Then Big E comes up behind him, gets him in the big end, literally from the top of the ladder, and looks pretty vicious. Even though I'm not a big fan of the big headed goes and finishing move, you know, Big E goes up, gets the move. Your winner of the Money Back is Big E Langston. The final match, Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Edge. Now this was pretty decent. You know, Roman Reigns looks like the you know, complete badass that he is. There's back and forth. You know, the Superman punches. They both hit the spear. You know, Roman Reigns tries to hit the guillotine choke. Seth Rollins comes out and stops Edge winning it. Then Roman Reigns hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. You winner, and still champion is Roman Reigns. Then at the end of the match, and probably everyone has heard about this. Edge and Seth Rollins fight outside of the arena into the crowd and all that stuff. That's pretty decent. And then Roman Reigns gets the mic and says, "Acknowledge me," and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he says that, all you hear is, "My time is now." And then John Cena comes out, looking pretty decent. Again, I thought he was done with wrestling, but apparently now. But it's good to have John Cena back. Maybe it's because SmackDown isn't getting the ratings they want, but yeah, we can see him now. But yeah, overall, a pretty decent pay-per-view. I would say that AEW has to beat this now to be pretty decent. But all in all, good pay-per-view. Anyway. That's for me. I hope give your reviews down below, and if you disagree with me, please say